I really want you to take a look at this photo and please tell me in the comments, what is the first thing that you see? This is not AI. I don't do Photoshop. This is straight from the website. Okay. And I looked up like the photographer, I looked up where this photo was taken and I was like, wait, this is like real. The reason why I was looking into the Vatican is because ever since that video Disclosure Day and the backlash that I got specifically from Catholics, a lot of Catholics were denying what I was saying in the video and sort of just brushing off this idea that aliens are not demons. I was like, so what do they believe? Like, I'm just so confused. And so I started looking into the Vatican. I started looking into the Pope and what do they say about aliens? And I discovered some information that me as a Protestant, evangelical, whatever you want to call it at this point, but I didn't know that the Pope has their own astronomer. Sorry, that's weird. I immediately thought of Daniel. I thought of the Old Testament. I just thought, why do they need astronomers? Okay. And he was a Jesuit scientist. I don't really know much about Jesuits, to be very honest. And that's something that I guess I now need to look into because I just don't understand why the Pope needs an astronomer. So anyway, there was an interview with the astronomer and he said that he would baptize an alien. Yeah. He also said theology would have to reimagine itself and take into consideration these other beings. They are all a part of God's creation. They would be children of God. Whoa. Slow down. Because only human beings can be baptized. Jesus Christ died for human beings. He didn't die for aliens. He didn't die for demons. He didn't die for angels. He died for mankind. So what do you mean they would be a part of God's children? Red flag, okay? And the resource that I'm getting all this information from is International Business Times. And also there's this documentary from Mark Christopher Lee that talks about how the Vatican is preparing for an alien encounter. I don't know. It's weird.
Weird is putting it lightly, man. Like, what the heck is going on, dude? Now, there's this image right here behind the Pope. It looks like it's like a bat or something. Like, what is that? What the heck are we looking at right now, man? Now, I know that the Catholic Church has come under fire for having like some satanic stuff going on, like satanic symbolism and some of their art pieces being a little questionable. I'll show you one that somebody shared in the comment section. This is a picture that they took. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at here, but it looks like a bunch of people getting killed by maybe angels. I don't know. I'm not really sure exactly what that is going on. And then there's another one too. There's a statue or something out front of the Vatican or somewhere. This is somewhere in the Vatican, and it's supposed to be like a piece about Jesus and him like being crucified on the cross, but that looks super satanic to me. Then what's up with these guys looking like gestures on the side? They look like straight jokers on the left and the right side of this image. But this image right here looks super creepy and demonic to me. But I mean, obviously, I don't know enough about it to speak with any certainty. But there's also this, which is it's the hall, and that looks like snake eyes. Two snake eyes on either side, and then this looks like the mouth of it, I guess, would be, and then these are like the scales. This is somewhere in the Vatican. Paul V Audience Hall. Somebody else shared it in the comments too. This is a different angle of that. But yeah, man. So what's up with the astronomers saying that we would baptize aliens, right? Aliens are demons. Demons cannot be saved, right? They're beyond the salvation. They've already made their decision. The devil cannot be saved. So to say that we would baptize them and they would be God's children is pretty much like blasphemy, right? I mean, would that equate as blasphemy? I would think so. Let's see if we can find out who this astronomer is. The Pope's astronomer is a popular moniker for Brother Guy Consolmago. I don't know. Sorry, guys. He's an American Jesuit and planetary scientist. He serves as the director of the Vatican Observatory, overseeing a team of scientists and championing the compatibility of scientific inquiry and religious faith. He holds a degree from MIT and the University of Arizona. Previously worked at Harvard and MIT before joining the Jesuits. He specializes in the study of meteorites, asteroids, and the physical properties of small bodies in our solar system. I don't really have a problem with him doing that, right? I'd rather somebody that believes in Jesus be the one that's on the cutting edge of making these discoveries and keeping it biblically sound along with the science of it than someone in the world saying, oh, we found evidence that the world really is 1 million years old. Because I'm a young earth theory. I believe in the young earth theory that the earth is as old as it says it is in the Bible. That's my beliefs. And I know that there's tons of people that say, well, why are we finding rocks that are millions of years old? Well, I think that God can produce those items in full age, just like he produced Adam as a full grown man and he produced Eve as a full grown woman. So he can produce a tree that is 100 years old, or he can produce mountains that are 1 million years old. He can produce something that looks antiquated. So here is the homepage for the Vatican Observatory Foundation, faith inspiring science. The mission of this Vatican Observatory is an institution established by the Holy See for astronomical research and the public outreach to the advance of scientific understanding of our universe. The Vatican Observatory Foundation is a nonprofit corporation established to support the work of the Vatican Observatory. Man, I don't know, guys. I really don't know. My concern is that they're saying that demons are children of God. They will be baptized and they will become children of God. That is impossible. That's not something that can happen. I don't understand why they would say something like that. Now, I'm not a Catholic. I go to the Protestant church. I belong to a non-denominational church. But if I had to say any denomination that I follow closely, it would be the Pentecostal church, because I go to an Assemblies of God church, which is a Pentecostal church. It's a Pentecostal organization, rather, that started in Missouri. I live in Missouri. So that's what I would say that I am, if I had to say. But I don't know, guys. We're just seeing a lot of weird stuff. Now, don't get me wrong. Pentecostals got their weird stuff too. We're very charismatic. We believe in the gifts of the Holy Spirit. We believe in speaking in tongues and prophesying and all that stuff. So I know a lot of people look down on the Pentecostal church too. But I think I'd rather belong to the Pentecostal church than the Catholic church. And that's just my opinions on it. But we can all hug it out in heaven because Catholics believe in Jesus too. So leave your thoughts on this down below. I do think that there was a very erroneous statement for the Pope's astronomer to make. Hopefully the Pope doesn't back that sentiment. But let me know your thoughts on this, guys. I'll leave this video linked in the description to give Natalia credit for her work, as well as to make it easy for you to follow her if that's what you choose to do. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, God bless.